Variables in a C-sharp program are those named pieces of information that you create to hold some value. In this code snippet, we have a variable called answer that's holding the value 42 and a variable called name holding the string value C#. Variables always have to have a type, so I had to declare that answer was an integer and that name was a string. One rule with variables in C# is that you always have to assign a value to a variable before you can begin to use that variable. In other words, if I tried to get the C# compiler to use a variable called x in a calculation, before I've given a value to that variable x, I'll have a warning that I'm using an unassigned local variable. To get this program to compile, I would have to initialize x with some value. And it doesn't have to be what we call a hard-coded value, like what I'm doing here, giving it an explicit value. What I could put in x is the result of some other calculation, perhaps, and then use it again later in the method. As I mentioned previously, C# is a strongly typed language. That means that the compiler is going to make sure that types are compatible when you're performing operations on them and making assignments. If I tried to take answer, which is an integer, and assign it to name, which is a string, I'll have another compiler error. And the C# compiler will tell me I cannot implicitly convert this int into a string.